Hello and welcome to the Chili Mountain Valorant tournament today. It is the Vicious Voodoo, $500 on the line, $400 cash, $100 in merch provided by our sponsors at GoodGame Apparel. Be sure to go to goodgameapparel.co. Check out the Chili Mountain Tournament official merch shirt. It's looking pretty saucy. You might want to pick one up. It is getting to winter season. It's a nice long sleeve one, perfect for the vibe. I'm Chadlantis, and joined by me is Paulsible. Defenders, attackers. We're going to be seeing exactly what they can provide going into this match. I'm excited. I love Haven. It has 3 bomb site plants, which is always fun to see those rotations. Who, though, the question is, who, though, will fall for that B plant trap first?
That's a good question, right? And it is pistol round. Some teams like to just rush out on pistol, get the spike down on B, and make sure they get that money in their pocket. But it doesn't seem like that's going to be the name of the game here for Noname, who are going to be starting off on the attack. It's a pretty heavy ceiling right now. This can get a little bit risky, but they're going to get control of that alt orb nice and early. Smoked off to both ends of C long, so they can actually just creep up C long as far as they like. Oh, it's going to be a pretty hard hit here.
Yeah, it's a nice way to do it on pistol rounds. Moving is the first blood of the tournament onto Thick. Was not quite that thick for this round, I'd say. A little bit too dummy, but perhaps we'll come back on the next round. It is 5 versus 4 as now Coconut is needing to take back the site on C. Zamtop gets the kill. Marty and Venture follow suit. Zamtop gets the final kill. Flawless round for Noname, coming in strong into the tournament.
Flawless, well-deserved there. That site execute was just very well set up. You know, the double smoke, the rush onto site with the paranoia and the flashes. You can't ask for more than that in a pistol round. And with only one person hanging out on C, it was going to be pretty hard for Coconut Wireless to actually lock that one down. They're going to get another chance. It is, of course, the anti-eco. So a little bit difficult here for Coconut Wireless. Actually, already Phantoms being bought up by the attacking team. They're not even bothering with Spectre. Okay, well, there's one Spectre, so I'm going to eat my words a little bit. But mostly full guns, surprisingly. At least it seemed that way on the head hovers. Not sure. Maybe I was just getting spectator glitched.
They might have been fiddling around and like sold and bought it differently at the last second like that. As they're making an approach into garage, Kihi getting a little bit more than he wanted at the start of this round, down to 40 HP, no shields. So yeah, just running around with a bunch of classics on the same side of Coconut Wireless. This is going to be one of those things where they're just going to deathball as a defensive team and try to just at least get a few kills for eco. And if they get lucky, they just find some stragglers, get their gun, and finish up from there. So we'll see what they can do. Marty, with the ghost in hand, didn't buy a rifle or anything like that. No SMG either. Sitting on a nice amount of one-tappable ghost action. Sees at 40 HP. He gets that kill. Tailwind used and Cloudburst. And he finds the kill onto Who's Magic as well. It's a quick double for Marty, trying to just get the heck out of dodge because now the entirety of the remaining Coconut Wireless team knows exactly where he is, relocating over to A site. Bomb has been planted, 5 versus 3, and plenty of economical advantage on their side. This is surely going to be a round win for Noname. We'll see what they can do.
Yeah, there's not much of a chance here for Coconut Wireless. Oh, almost caught the Sova with the arrow out, but not quite the perfect timing there for But I'm Dummy Thick. What a name. What a name on that player. Gotta love the names in these tournaments here. But Rod, the only one left. Ooh, oh, come on. Yeah, look at Marty. Okay, not another flawless attacker round there. But yet again, pretty good work. I liked the C stack from the defending team, right? You go for that gamble. You say, hey, maybe they'll just rush C again because it worked for them on that first round. And if they do, then we'll have enough firepower to at least get some trades. Instead, good read from Noname. They just walk themselves over to A. Now we get to the bonus round. We'll see how much damage Noname can do. Can they take out 3 players and make the next round tricky for the defense of Coconut Wireless, or will they get less done than that?
Yeah, this is where it gets a little bit tougher to win a round for Noname. If you win that first pistol round, you win the second round most likely, but that third one is a little tough. Worldwide, though, shutting down a rod instantly. That's a good look for Noname right off the bat with that Vandal in hand, taking down a member of Coconut Wireless, 5 versus 4, and they are just rolling straight into C site. curveball used.
Oh.
Flowing through Dummy Thick with that stinger in hand is Moo Man, and Marty finished off from Subscribe. This is looking really rough for Coconut Wireless so early in this game, but Who's Magic not done yet, not out of the fight, but as I say that, he goes and backs up, looking like they're going to go ahead and save these Phantoms for the next round. 2 versus 4 on a retake. It's a little bit tough to do. This is a smart economical choice.
Yeah, I mean, you have to save right now, right? Because if you don't, you're on a full eco next round. At least with 2 people alive, you can force buy if you really want to on that 4th round, but it is a rough start to lose your gun round against the bonus, right? I mean, now... Noname, they're just going to have money in the bank, right? They're going to have enough to, you know, go for a spa day if they really feel like it. And, oh, no, they might not even be able to keep these guns. Noname are on the hunt.
Didn't check heaven for some reason, so they're just roaming around. They're not even checking. They hear him outside, but they don't even want to gamble. They don't even want to try. We have a little bit of action in the last second on the heaven. Took some shots, but not quite finding the kill. So, yeah, that's going to be good for Kihi and Magic on the side of Coconut Wireless, saving those Phantoms. Like you said, that is honestly not a good look going into when you have that strong economical advantage. Having those rifles versus a lot of SMGs on the side of Noname and still losing the round like that, it's going to be tough to claw themselves back into this game, but still early yet, certainly can do so.
And what economic discipline here from Noname, right? I mean, Zamtuop doesn't even buy an actual gun. Still just rocking the Spectre because he knows their economy is going to be better regardless. He knows that they should have the gun advantage even with those saves. Once again, the hit onto C coming out hard. Paranoia gonna make it more tricky this time. Good adjustment there from Dummy Thick to actually get that read, and now with a heavy lean onto that C site with players rotated over here, it's going to be too difficult for Noname to push on. And a great read coming back, too. Who's Magic? He's going to trade 1 on the Lurk. That does leave a little bit vulnerable here, but rotates from the defenders still able to adjust, at least at the moment.
Winnable for both teams right now. 3 versus 4. Weak HP. Now 3 versus 3. Rod taking down Zam with that Ghost in hand. But they're on site. Spike is being planted. Coconut Wireless a little bit too far away to stop that happening. So it's going to be a retake. Straight up 3v3. See what Dummy Thick can do with that Phantom in hand. Sova is waiting in the A-long location, but that Phoenix thinking about pushing out. We'll see what Dummy Thick decides to do on this Omen. It's a tricky character. You can do those teleportations, create some dark cover. The smoke pushing through, which he does for his 2 teammates. Unsubscribe, pushing into heaven, or under heaven, into hell. Boomman, last alive on Noname, gets taken down by Unsubscribe. Dummy Thick finding that Sova on that flank. As soon as Coconut Wireless pushed onto site, that's the moment Dummy Thick pushed as well. Like a second later. Like he waited until the Sova got distracted and took him out on the long end. Great decision making, great timing, and that's been looking good for Coconut Wireless when previously the weren't showing a whole lot to be thought. What am I looking for? They weren't showing a whole lot to be like, oh yeah, they can actually be competitive in this game. That's the first round. They did a really good moves to look competitive moving forward in this game.
For sure. And what really worked there is how they do that retake, right? I loved the smoke coming off of that defender connector from Dummy Thick, right? It allows his team to push in because when you smoke further out, right, you have more opportunities as to where you exit the smoke. It's more guessing that the defenders have to do, and then they flash out, they just rush onto the site. Suddenly the person watching long had to be pulled back to the site, and that's when Dummy Thick made a move over there. This hit is going to be hard though. Who's Magic doesn't have a chance in the world. I would just, unsubscribe. Smart to just hold on to the gun for a moment, let his team come over. The spike will get planted here. Ooh, what a great shock dart.
Yeah. That was downtown. Quite the Kobe there. Go Lakers, I guess, in the NBA Finals right now. But Unsubscribe in heaven gets recon darted out. We'll have to reset, but that run it back now from Rod pushing on the side. All those cloudbursts disrupting vision. Sees the jet, but gets Blazestorm to the face as Kimi gets taken down by Zamzop. Zamzop with a triple kill, and that is looking unlikely on a retake for Rod. Last alive, 1 versus 3. Sees that Zamzop is popping off this round. Doesn't want anything of it. Phantom in hand, that's worth saving. So we'll do so as we're rotating back from B site. And wow, that was a good try on the retake, forcing it through with that run it back on Rod, but the Blaze Storm shutting down instantly, and Zam just 7-1 on the scoreboard, leading the game on the KDA right now.
Yeah, he's looking
That was
nasty.
too much for the handle.
Yeah, and the adjustment I would like to see Coconut Wireless make right now is how hard they're actually committing to these site holds, right? Because every single round they've lost somebody on the site, they've lost control of the site, and then they've had to retake at a disadvantage. Yep. The one that they were actually able to get, right, was the one where they actually kept them off the site with good use of utility and then retook, well, admittedly a different site in that 3v3, right? So they're looking for pinches on these lurkers more on the round that they won. And, oh, that's a risky push out, Garage. Rod is not going to get away with that. Oh, man, the risks being taken by Coconut Wireless right now are plentiful.
They are absolutely going for it right now. Holding on the Garage, though. Marty not able to find any success with his flicks so far. That's 3 shots and 3 misses. Marty being probably a little frustrated at this point, but hopefully he can maintain that composure, see what happens from there. Unsubscribe, Blaze Storm at the ready. But it's 5 versus 4. We'll have to be a lot more patient since Rod already did that very risky play, pushing out Garage, like he said. Didn't have run it back available. He used it last round, so not sure what he was really looking to do there. Unlucky a little bit that he didn't look to the left and take out Marty, who I thought he was actually going to take him out. Looking at him, having to ready it up, and he's got a light bulb. Shorty in hand, who's magic. It's not quite in range for that kill, but that is a very deceptive gun. Sometimes at the range, they make it happen, but this time.
Yeah, he gets forced into that by the recon dart coming out from the attacking Sova, right? So it's a rough spot. And now with only 2 players left, you have to imagine whatever guns are being held onto here. Actually, that's just a Blade Storm. So Unsubscribe probably going to go forward, try and get some damage. Doesn't have the dash, and it's just going to slow walk into the operator. That is not the way to get a frag for the economy. So now this Phantom's just going to have to be saved. And once again, it comes down to those early picks, right? It comes down to who has that player advantage first. And with Rod pushing out Garage all alone, it doesn't quite work out. Maybe if that was like a split out B main as well, and there were more people committing to that play, I would have liked it, and it could have gotten some more damage done. But there was only pressure coming out Garage, and the Jet was a little bit late to that play by B side, and then had to contend with Marty's operator. So didn't quite work out for them. I'd like to see, if you're gonna go for an aggressive play, I want to see a 5-person commit, right? I want to see everybody full sending wherever it is you're going.
Yeah, especially the problem there is Rod was the one who saved the Phantom from the round before. Everybody else was rocking shorties. Like, why would you have your one player who has a rifle who can actually do anything at long range be the one that pushes up mid towards the enemy team with no information, no vision, no cover usage for smokes at the time? Not that I noticed, at least. That's just like, I can't think of a more opposite than good play for that situation. But Rod coming right back with that Phantom, was able to buy another one, takes down the enemy Phoenix there, and this is the first time I think that Coconut has gotten first blood in any of these rounds. I might be wrong.
No, I believe that is accurate. And actually, with that, ooh, that's a cheeky one-way. I haven't seen that one before.
It is really good.
Well set up there by Who's Magic. Ooh, actually, he's going to live long. Rod covering with the flash there and just kind of dominating. Okay, where he didn't do so hot last round. He makes up for it on this one. The 4K in a gun round. That's what really matters.
Yeah, we call him out. It's like he heard us, like, all right, I'm going to let them eat their words. You call me out for a bad play. I'm coming right back for a crispy 4K. Carries that round for the team. Rod now at the leading scoreboard, the only positive member of the team, but you know, understandable, down 2-5, but still, Rod, yeah, great round. If they do more rounds like that, then they're gonna be right back in this game.
And again, it really came down to the fact that on that defense, right, of the A site, only 2 players were there, but the use of utility caught the attacking team off guard, right? They tried to hard force onto that site. A couple flashes, a couple well-placed cyber cages was all that was needed to either A, deter, or B, get the kills. And it turns out Rod can just frag when you're pushing into him, and he's got that utility advantage. So good work there from Coconut Wireless. I hope they keep that trend up and keep using utility to dissuade the attackers, keep them on their toes. There is this owl drone down C long. It is going to spot that at least one person is playing on the right side of Garage. Ooh, and that recon guard's going to spot out the Omen. That's not going to go well for Dummy Thick in the back sight. Hunter's Fury is out. Already tagged him once, and there's the frag.
That's that. Yeah, I was going to say this is a lot slower round than usual. Worldwide, though, just going for that Shrouded Step. Takes down Rod, which is that all-star play from the previous round. Mari just holding that angle. Solid hold with that operator. Shutting down that round. Yeah, that was a very nice Hunter's Fury moment for the side of Venture that round.
Yeah, classic Sova, right? Classic Venture. Just use some utility, get yourself some info. He didn't quite get the tag with the Owl Drone, which is what I think he was going for with that C-Long play. But then he just uses the Recon Dart, gets similar information, albeit not as consistent with the pings there. Oh, Kiai. Are we going to see some Sinatra action? He's got the Odin. He's on the Sova. He's coming out garage. If that Recon Dart spots anything. Okay, well, regardless of it spotting nothing, just going to go for the spray and pray. Why not?
Yeah, that's if anybody enjoys just funneling bullets into a wall, you should select Sova for that exact reason. But now a trade coming in near garage. Great job by Noname avoiding these spots that Sova can use the Odin from the shadows just out of there, going over the side. That's gonna be a bomb planted instantly. Doesn't want to deal with the Odin spray. Let me go away. I'm going home. Going to get hit by Hunter's Fury the first hit. Doing a little bit of a freak out moment with that shot instead. Please get me here. I want to get out.
Let me go to heaven. Let me go to heaven, please. Wait, no, not that way. I don't want to go to actual heaven. All right. Well, he's gonna still be on this on the site, so no worries there. Odin coming out. Oh, straight into Mooman. Nice crossfire getting set up here, but Unsubscribed doesn't even care. Just walks straight on out. Is gonna have his position revealed. Need the Omen to come up, Stewart. There it is. Got to cover for your Jet while they go for the stick on the defuse. Shock darts. So nasty. Grabs one. The half defuse. Is it enough? The tags through the smoke. Not going to come through. Great work there from Dummy Thick, and he's just going to save the gun.
Yeah, huge investment loss with the Odin going away. But yeah, that was quite the round there. Great shock dart. That's the second shock dart kill we've seen so far, which is really impressive. Honestly, I mean, when I play solo queue, my Sovas just send them off the map, I think. I don't even think they use them most of the time. But great job with the shock dart so far. The Odin didn't really pay off very well last round. So, and also a great job from Noname, just positioning correctly, working around that very well, and getting another round win, 6-3 on the board, doubling the score count. And we're getting kind of close to halfway point here. Noname keeping the lead like this is going to be looking really good going to the half.
You're dead.
Boy, they're going to check this corner. They don't see him. They don't see him.
Oh,
okay, just one frag coming out there. Worldwide will still make it happen, still get the spike down onto the site, but this is a little bit risky now. You haven't taken back site as the attackers, so you're working at a disadvantage. You can't quite get the post-plant positionings that you are looking for. Nobody's actually in that back corner right now, so it's a huge risk.
Yeah, honestly, so far, this match just dropped right down in front. Two members, Noname, able to take down a one. I mean, fair enough in that situation. That's all you can really do. They do have to take this site back. They're leading it around, getting close to half. Venture holding down the site against Rod and Unsubscribe, getting that double kill at the end there, finishing off. But yeah, it's getting close to half. Your economy is not going to be that big of a deal moving forward. So it might do like a half buy this round and full buy the next kind of deal to finish it all off. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it seems like Noname is just straight up outclassing them. I mean, there's like pretty good rotation plays like we called earlier that first round that Coconut Wireless won was with that retake timing of using dark cover and then the curveball out of it and then hesitating on Dummy Thick's side on the flank and then pushing after the attraction was there. Like, they have good strats. It's just like they're just straight up getting outgunned a lot of times, getting outclassed, getting outmaneuvered on the micro level so often.
Well, Unsubscribed is probably in comms like, bruh, you gotta tell me when you're gonna flash twice. Rod flashed his own teammate on that defense, on that retake. Ooh, that's rough for Unsubscribed too. He's got the Blade Storm out, but Paranoia, oh, the right click not quite hitting, but Rod will at least get that frag. It's getting a little bit expensive here for the attacking team, and they're not able to actually get onto the B site, so they can't get the plant there, but with double the players that the defense has right now, it's only a matter of time before they creep their way to a site that doesn't have anybody on it.
Yeah, they do at least one person who's on B. It looked like they sniffed out the Cypher on A site, and they just kind of rotate over to C site, get that quick plant in. They know exactly where one member is now at B site as Rod takes down Worldwide. 2 versus 3 on the retake here. They have to go for a Coconut Wireless, especially with just a Bucky in hand. This has to be a retake attempt. See what they can make happen.
Well, it doesn't have to be a retake attempt, just for the fact that there were some kills that came out in mid, right? Like, you can actually just look for an actual gun, right? Yeah, found a Phantom. Boom. Now you can save 2 guns. You still got the Neural Theft available. Oh, are they...
One enemy
A retake, just running out Garage and CT separate?
Yeah,
I don't know if that was the play. You could have saved those 2 ARs, but I mean, I guess they're going to have enough money for next round, and it is last round anyway, so
yep.
You try to make something happen. I don't hate the call.
Yeah, they have the economy, even if they die, to be able to buy out and full buy this round. And it will be the last round and a half. That's what I was saying. Like, you're down on rounds, and you can buy out next round. You got to go for this. Last round and a half, you're going to spend all the money anyway. So good on them to at least try to find like a Phantom and stuff like that before just throwing themselves on site. But because they spent the time finding better weaponry, they then had less time to like set up properly and inch onto the site. So either way, it was like a really disadvantaged situation. 2 versus 3 too. So very tough retake. And that's the story of this half, is just Coconut Wireless find themselves in tough retake situations as Rod dies instantly again to Moonman. So it's likely going to be another tough retake situation on ice side, unless Who's Magic comes up big for the team. He not quite do so, only gets 1 kill, but bought enough time for him to try to get there, take down Zamzop. 3 versus 3. This is the situation Coconut won in the previous round. We'll see what they can do now as the spike was planted on the exact same site as that last time.
Oof.
Another shock dart kill by Venture, though, sniffing on the location inside of that Cloudburst. 34 HP on Kihi. It's not going to be likely on this win, but Dummy Thick, Op in Heaven, could be done. 1 versus 2. Can Dummy Thick do it? Drop down to hell, goes for the nose scope, can't quite do so. Moonman with the triple. That would have been nice to see, but was not to be done this day.
That's a different kind of drop shot, right? Not your Call of Duty kind. Or it would have been. It would have been. 3 to 9, pretty rough half, all things considered, for Coconut Wireless. Not unrecoverable. Obviously, this is Haven. It is, you know, the 3-site map, the only one in Valorant. The only map you can argue can be attacker-sided, depending on a number of varieties, right? Now, obviously, you know, we consider Valorant in general pretty defender-sided right now, especially with how the operator is. But Haven is a map where you have to have a lot of presence. You have to have an IGL who is unbelievably high IQ, able to read the map so well. Going to be swapping over, seeing how the IGL of Noname adapts to defense.
Yeah, Haven's definitely statistically the highest win rate map for attacking side, so certainly not out of it yet is Coconut Wireless.
Look at this
Especially
push.
if they win this pistol round, that's going to be huge momentum for the team. Rod, though, going right in to a bunch of defenders to push into their line. Going encroachment is Noname. Don't you think shutting down Marty, sending them right back behind the line of scrimmage, but they're still testing the waters a little bit. 4 versus 4 on the map, and they're making a quick beeline over to A site. So perhaps you can call an A line for this situation.
That's a great read too, despite your terrible pun. The fact that the 2 people have pushed out on that side of the map means one of 2 things. Either there's nobody on A, or there's a lot of people on A. And because they were just able to run onto the site, they figured it out. Nobody on A. So they're able to get onto the site, get that post plant down. It is that 4v4. And with flashes available, it's still a tricky actual post plant. Not quite the ideal crossfire coming out too. Individual peaks. This isn't really what you really are looking for. Now it's all down to the Omen. Dummy Thick not getting it done. Taken down by Worldwide. That'll be the pistol round going over. A rough start for Coconut Wireless, but Noname, that's exactly how they want it to go.
It makes it even tougher too, because they needed to win that pistol round, because so often you see whoever wins the pistol round wins the next round as well. So statistically, we're expecting the team of Noname going up to 11-3 after this round. Coconut Wireless, they are going to be struggling for the rest of this game. Oh man, because it becomes a problem too economically even. I mean, beforehand, if you have rounds to give, you can just save a gun here and there. But as it gets later in this game, you can't really save guns. You have to go for those rounds.
And to that point, I'm interested to see that Noname decided to just go for the typical eco here, right? We've seen more and more teams when you're attacking, especially on Haven, when you lose the pistol round, force buying into just stingers and heavy armor, right? Going for that second round gamble, especially when you're this far down, right? I mean, there's not much of a chance you actually walk away with this round with classics and an 11-3 scoreline before you get your actual gun round. That's feeling so rough, especially when Marty is just, once again, pushing into spawn. He is unafraid, undeterred. He knows that he can hit any shot he needs to.
Yeah, with that tailwind as well, that's such a strong ability. You can just stand in a really aggressive spot and just get out there instantly. Though Rod getting kill on Marty, at least winning that 1v1, but Mooman and Zam top too strong with those stingers. The Spectre there.
And
too much for the pistol to handle.
And this is what I was talking about earlier, right? When we saw Rod going for a couple aggressive plays, it was pretty much all on his lonesome. But when Marty pushes up, Marty says, guys, I've got this. Come help, back me up. And his team pushes out into the defender spawn with him. So even though Marty goes down there, it's still a 5-for-1. You'll take that any day of the week and twice on, well, Saturday, I guess, not Sunday. And now it's that bonus round, right? I mean, now it's not a question of
this is do or die.
Whether or not you win this round if you're Coconut Wireless, because you have to win this round, otherwise you're done for. But how flawlessly, how clean can you make this round look on your attack? You have to get away with enough guns to keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Economically, like even if you win the rounds, you need to keep winning rounds with a lot of people alive so you can have a good shot to keep winning rounds. Because Noname has the ability to stack a few rounds economically if they want to have a really good buy round if they want to, but Coconut Wireless can't really do that anymore. And like you said with the push out, I like that it's done on Jet. You can use that tailwind and the cloud burst to buy time for the team to follow up. Whereas when Rod did it on the Phoenix, he has one curveball and that's pretty much it. And that's a lot harder to do. Key saw Maury peek out, gets that clean headshot with that Vandal. Great job, Key, with the opening pick as well. 5 versus 3. This is looking like a really good round for Coconut Wireless to win. But I say that as Rod falls instantly. Stockhart's coming in strong. Key takes out Venture, though. Shuts that down real quick. Gets onto site, and the bomb plant surely going to happen soon. Zam's up, though, with a double on the Spectre, making it 2 versus 2. Unsubscribed, shutting it down. Stinger in hand from Mooman. Can't peek the right corner. He positioning correctly, finishes the round that Coconut Wireless had to win, and they did so. They're still in the game.
Well, they won the round, but look at their economy.
What we're talking about
is that they only got away with 2 people surviving, right? So they're not going to be able to buy full ARs for all their teammates. They're not going to be able to actually keep full momentum on these gun rounds, right? And it was such a risk committing to the C site, right? They didn't have any information. They got picks toward B. I feel like they had the time to back up, play the information game a little bit longer, and see if there was a weaker site to hit. They didn't know it, but A was free on the other side of the map. Now we get to this situation where it's full actual gun round for the defenders, right? And once again, no fear out of Noname. They're pushing up C-Long, and why wouldn't they? They've got so much map control now.
I was going to say they got 4 rifles, but the one that wasn't able to buy that full buy option was the Jet. Was able to use that Blade Storm, which is kind of like a rifle ultimate ability. But then Unsubscribe just blows the entire ultimate into smoke recklessly. Like, I would have somebody with a rifle do that. You have way more bullets than you have Blade Storm knives. Just spray bullets. With somebody else do that for you. You don't need to waste your Blade Storm like that. So I don't like that from Unsubscribe. I would rather they just kind of back away and save that Blade Storm, since now they only have a classic running around the map with at this point. Dummy Thick trying to make a dirt cover happen onto Heaven of A site as they're looking to rotate onto the site. The Cyber Cage is going to buy so much time. And Marty is sitting there with Blade Storm of his own.
Okay.
Ready to go. 30 seconds go. What are they going to do? Full swing rotate to C?
It's a little risky to rotate to C, but it would be the right call. They lost C long control a long time ago, so they might have to heavy dump utility in. But no, they just full send it. They blind fire. They go. They're going to make it. Undeterred. They have to push in here. 3 people ready to come out C long. It's going to be a bloodbath.
Oh my God. They made it onto site. The amazing read on the side of Coconut Wireless, sieving it out, full rotate off to C side, but C long. He's at Blaze from 30 HP. He can't do it. He gets a headshot on 30 HP. Wow, one Blaze from the body would have done it, but couldn't quite land it with Marty. Venture in a nice position to take out Magic from the garage. And Unsubscribe sitting there just hoping they can buy enough time on C site to retake 2 versus 3. But like we're talking about economically, Noname can save guns here. They can get away with doing so. And looks like that's the decision they'll make.
That was an interesting late owl drone coming out from Kiani there. Completely unimportant to the round, but I'm not sure why you send the owl drone up C long right there when your buddies are on C and you pushed out long. Not sure what was going on in Kiani's head there, or Kiai's head there rather. But regardless, it is another round walked away by the attacking team of Coconut Wireless, and that was a very risky read toward that C site. If Venture and Worldwide hadn't given up control of C long to go rotate over to A, if they hadn't tried to be one step ahead of the attacking team, that play would have gone so differently. But a good read from Coconut Wireless, despite the risk, will keep them in this game.
Yeah, running back available on both sides too, so we might have a little bit of zombie versus zombie action pretty soon. It's be a great time for Rod to do that very aggressive out in the middle play that he wants to do previously. Didn't find success, but with that ultimate available, then this will be a great round to do so. Kiahi, I have to apologize. I've been calling him Kihi this whole time, but Kiahi sounds like that would be a more viable name pronunciation. So my bad, Kiahi. I apologize this whole game. But now, with a very slow, methodical progression in this game, or this round, I should say, Coconut Wireless, they don't want to lose any unnecessary members. Small buy on the side, Noname. Sam's up.
Oh, no!
No!
Rod
Sam's
covers.
Up.
Oh, man, that could have been bloody. That could have been a nightmare right there, but Rod is watching the right angle. Now he's going to run it back onto the site, get them control of the A site. Yet another spike going to be planted by Coconut Wireless. Ooh, gets a little bit of information, too, that the jet is going up to heaven.
Another shock dart kill. Love seeing those. Unsubscribe with 11 HP, sitting in a corner. Going to be following up behind the teammates. Just kidding, dies instantly as soon as I say that to Venture. But Rod paying back over to Mooman. And the bomb site, the bomb isn't planted, but they're going for the defuse to take down Worldwide with the Hunter's Fury. Dummy Thick clutching up with a double kill through the smoke. Feeling really happy about that one, I'm sure. As now Coconut Wireless going up to 6-11 on the rounds. Getting closer and closer, inching up that mountain, a chilly mountain, and perhaps.
They brought their climbing equipment, that's for sure, Chad. And I gotta commend Coconut Wireless there, because I was worried with how much site control they gave up, right? They allowed Noname to retake the site so easily there, but they did it with a purpose, right? They go over into A lobby, 3v1 Mooman, and make sure they get that frag. Then they go back to the site and take it as a team, take the fights as a team. No split attention. And that is the way you want to be playing Valorant. Now, it's a rough buy here for the defending team. This might be the start of recovery for Coconut Wireless, and frags like that through a door, not half bad.
But then walking into the smart cover with a curveball out, Rod, that was a little bit of a bad one for sure. We caught Rod beforehand, and he popped off. So Rod, bad round. I'm looking forward to seeing your amazing round next round.
Rod giveth, Rod taketh away.
It sure does.
For Coconut Wireless. But, I mean, it is that 4v4. There are several ults available for the defending team. So, I mean, it's not as broken of a buy as I initially thought it was. They've got more than a couple Vandals, more than a couple guns. It might have just been Mooman who actually had that Stinger. So now that they have gotten that effective trade, okay, thank you so much, our wonderful observer. It is, in fact, 4 Vandals, 4 real guns, so still very winnable
30
round
seconds left
for the defending team. And with only 30 seconds left, it's going to have to be a hard hit onto A. There's not much of another option.
I know
the teleport should have been heard there from Zim. I'm not sure if he thought it was canceled or not. Or actually, no, it went down into hell, not up into heaven. Yet another kill. These Sovas know exactly where that A site plant is.
Both of them. Strike getting hit by 100 Spirit. We never really moved there. Had to hold the corner, but Zamzop from the heavens taking down 2. There's likely going to be a round 1, but Kyahi almost in a position to clutch around. Sova versus Sova. Venture comes out on top this time. And that's going to be Noname on match point. It's going to be 12-6.
And keep in mind, folks, this is single elim, best of ones. One more round
Match
is
point.
all that Noname need to eject Coconut Wireless from the tournament and move on themselves to the round of 8, to the quarterfinals. And I mean, honestly, Noname have been playing this extremely well, right? Not only do they have all the lineups prepared, as is pretty obvious from Venture with shock darts like that, but even further still, Venture is getting really good angles on his Hunter's Fury, right? I mean, Unsubscribed was exposed in Graffiti. I believe he actually also got the extra tag onto the Omen. Dummy Thick sitting in hell. So great work, great lineups there. Positioning on your Hunter's Fury is so important if you can get the right angles, because you can get huge value for your team.
Absolutely. I mean, if you can know the location of somebody who's pinned in a corner because they can't peek, otherwise your teammate's going to have an angle held. Like, you're basically checkmating them in that corner with that kind of ultimate build usage. So, love seeing that out of Noname, making things happen like that. A very slow push again. You can kind of like feel that Coconut Wireless knows like this is it. If we lose this round, we're done. So they want to make sure they make the right play. No ultimates available on either team. So this is gonna be a straight up Valorant match. Utility guns, straight up. Cover used in the garage, but looks like that might be a distraction thing, perhaps. Not actually pushing in there this time.
Pulls out the recon
on the
bolt.
flank. Marty.
So not the worst thing. And this is a great read here from Dummy Thick. He can actually see the jet. Yes, excellent. So Dummy Thick is the reason you're playing default right now, if you are Coconut Wireless, is because Noname have gotten aggressive on a lot of these rounds, and you're able to just catch them out when they go for some of these plays, some of these rotates. Beautiful positioning there from Rod too. Coconut Wireless aren't done.
Definitely not down after Rod gets that quick flick onto Mooman. Worldwide shutting him down, but 2 versus 1 situation. Rod did a great job with that headshot. 4 versus 2 on the site. I'm expecting Noname to save here. I don't see why they wouldn't. And that's like looking like what they're doing. Just grab some vandals, grab some rifle, get the heck out of dodge, and save for the next round. Great round overall on the side of Coconut Wireless.
Great patient play from them. I was worried by the fact that they wanted to play that default, but it was a good read onto Coconut Wireless. It was, it was a good read onto Noname rather, sorry. And they were able to actually catch one of the players doing one of those aggressive solo pushes.
Yep.
They're not out of the woods yet, though, Chad. They got a long way to go before they tie this game up.
Hey, any given Saturday, for sure, this could be happening here. Starting off the day with an amazing, unbelievable comeback would be pretty sweet.
That would be pretty spicy way to start off the vicious Voodoo tournament here.
That would be rather vicious Voodoo. That's thematic.
Yeah, they would be playing with some very forbidden magics if they were able to pull this comeback off.
Using some vicious Voodoo to climb that chilly mountain, it would be so perfect for this tournament. Coconut Wireless, can you do it? 7-2 has the run it back available for Rod. See what we can do with that this round. The very slow, methodical play is working out really well for Coconut Wireless.
Oh, you got to be careful too.
Ooh,
Kyahi thinks that someone might have pushed this up because of that defender smoke. That's a good read. If he can actually manage to keep himself on this angle until the push. Okay, at least he knows the Omen's there now. Smoke is just going to be used to get Worldwide out of dodge. You know what? Elsewhere on the map, though, that is a long frag. I believe that was... How did that into the back of B? Oh, was sitting up on top of Gong. It will be the one-for-one trade, ultimately. And that Owl Drone's going to spot that there's nobody actually pushing up B right now. So the defender's not going to get too frisky. They're not going to go for any hard rotates yet.
Those shots are so close. Oh, man. Kyahi, that was sliver away from connecting that target, and he'll never know. We will know.
Well, he might know if he goes back and watches the VOD.
30 seconds.
But, I mean, there's not much you can do about that.
He'll never know in this match.
That's true. That's
Nor this
true. We
round.
won't know until later. What we do know though is that it's going to be yet another A hit. I mean, these have been what's working out best for Coconut Wireless, right? Getting onto the A site, just getting the spike down, forcing that retake to come out from that defending team. That grabs a lot of information and a flag to boot. Zam able to reap the benefits of a well-placed recon dart.
Yeah, this is a position that Zamzop is very comfortable with. It's often found in A Heaven, and often found is Zamzop getting kills from A Heaven. Drops down now just to get some map control for that defuse. Raw with the run it back. Gets a kill, followed with unsubscribe. Kiahi falls to Zamzop though on the triple for the round. Can Zamzop clutch it out? Get that ace. Can't do so. Unsubscribe shutting it down. 8-12. They're getting closer and closer here, Paul.
Are making me so worried on almost all of these A post plans, right? Because they give up so much of the site, but it's because they use their ultimates to go for like a retake, right? Rather than the defenders, you know, they come on, they retake the site, right? As per the norm. Coconut Wireless decide, you know what? I think that we shouldn't actually just defend. We should just take the site a second time in the same round. They use the run it back beautifully there to enable unsubscribe to clean everything up. And now we're on an eco for the defense. This comeback's looking more and more real.
Sheriff's in hand. It's unlikely to win this one unless they get some sweet shots like Worldwide just did. Shrouds to get the heck out of there, but who's Magic? Unsubscribe. Rafa's engagement on the different angles, protect their teammates. Marty, though, finds another headshot on the Magic. It's a 3 versus 3. There's rifles on the floor all over the place. They might be able to grab them. See what happens here.
I mean, the A site is going to be given up because Unsubscribed was able to see Marty come out from A, right? This is a good read from Coconut Wireless. They're just going to run it out onto the site and get that spike on the floor. But Marty with a real gun now has the Blade Storm too. Can't quite get the necessary vertical lift there to get over and stop the spike plant, though.
Yeah, mess up the jump, then get out to the apex of the angle there.
Oh,
nice
no.
tailwind play,
Not
though.
like
It's the quad for the round, and that's for the game. Oh my God, Marty, what was that? Whoa.
A thrifty to close it out. Noname.
Whoa.
Yeah, he struggled a little bit to wrap this match up, but do not worry, fans of Noname. They got it locked up.